Is it curtains? Are we on? We've been live. Looks like we're on. Hello, one and all. Welcome to another instalment, another ride on the Unfair Funfair. I hope this broadcast finds you well. I hope you're all doing very well. I'm doing great. On aggregate, I'm doing quite awful. But the past week, compared to previous weeks and months, I'm doing great. I'm on the up. I thought I'd come to you live because, well, I'm in a good mood. It's a nice day. It's a nice hot day. And as my old nana used to always say, what better day than a sweaty day? She used to always say that. It got annoying. I used to say, Nana, can you say something else? No better day than a sweaty day. And fucking hell, it's, as you can probably tell from my face, it's warm around these parts, I tell you. It's gone from colder than your ex's demeanor to hotter than your ex's wiener in a matter of weeks, days even. It's not something like scorching kind of sunlight. It's half that, but it's more that kind of, you feel a bit microwaved, that kind of muggy, soggy kind of feeling. Sorry to describe my shirt right now. But you know what's coming, don't you? You know what's coming down the old pipeline? All the global warming freaks and geeks of the world. You watch them like clockwork. In the coming weeks and months, they're going to be all up in your newsfeed, all up in every orifice you got, telling you to recycle your egg boxes. Otherwise, you're destroying the planet. While the elites and world leaders of the world all routinely taking these private jets to meet up in fancy hotels and woods to discuss the impacts of global warming and all about how me and you need to recycle more egg boxes. Isn't it exciting? You gotta love summer. I love summer. I'm a summer baby. That's what they call it, right? That's what they call it, right? I was born in July, so I believe that makes me a summer baby. I was out today in town, just did one of my favourite pastimes. I've only just got back. I've got a bit left in this coffee, but I was sat with it for about 25 minutes, just doing a bit of good old people watching. It's a hilarious sport, probably the funniest after curling. Just observing people and just kind of judging them. Not in a judgmental way, just in a sort of, you know, when you see like a screenshot of somebody and you think you're probably entirely wrong, because you know you should never judge a book by its cover, blah blah blah. But you see like a first sort of impression of someone, and you think, I know what I would cast that character as in my film, and you get this whole narrative about them in your head, and sort of decide whether you like them or hate them or are indifferent in like a split second. Is that just me? Maybe that is judgmental. But it's a fun game, especially at the train station when they're running because they're about to miss the train, and you see people who like haven't ran in maybe 25 years with like the briefcase and the tie flapping everywhere, and they're sort of desperate to make this important meeting. Yeah, I always enjoy a bit of that. I've been one of the reasons I'm feeling good and on the up is you're not going to believe this. I've been sober like 3.5 days now, I think, which to any normal person is like, okay. And I was going to come and tell you I've been sober 40 days, and I have just not consecutively. No, but seriously, at the minute, it's been 3.5 days, which for me, for someone who drinks almost every day, I have periods, I have bouts, I have spells of months at a time where I can go, be entirely sober. And I'm looking forward to the next one of them, hopefully extending it into years. But we'll see how it goes. We'll see what happens. But 3.5 days in or so, and which is fuck all. I'm not pleased. I'm not bragging in any way. I'm just sort of explaining that I'm feeling a bit fresher, a bit healthier, a bit more myself without the need for the old loopy juice. And another reason why I'm feeling healthier is because I'm still doing that goddamn carnivore diet. Went out today, got myself some more ribeyes, my favourite. I can't do it all the time, consistently. I guess I could if I had the money, and I would. But eating fresh salmon and fresh steak for every meal, that's so expensive. And for a man of my means, I can do it for maybe like a couple of weeks, and then the next couple of weeks I need to start throwing in some fucking bananas and I don't know. Last night I had a chocolate bar. Like I said, I'm not religious about this carnivore diet, but overall, that's the overall percentage of my dietary intake at the minute. And yeah, I'm feeling all right. I got some. I even wrote some new bars. Bars. Like I said, I know I said I quit music in at the beginning of this year, and what's that? Glad I tuned in time for the arm fart. Yes. You never want to miss the arm fart. That'll never be repeated, by the way. We do jokes on this show, but that was a one-off. Believe me. Carnivore diet is the best. Do eggs too. They are cheaper. Oh yeah, eggs. Oh my god, I love eggs. The amount of times I've talked about eggs, it's not normal. This guy says, "Where are you? Why am I watching this? What is this?" That's the perfect question. I'm in North England. Why are you watching this? Because you're gay. Why are you gay? What is this? It's a live broadcast. It's the biggest show not on television. It's no, it's just me talking shit. But welcome. Glad you could be here with me. Yeah, where was I? I know I said I stopped making music in the start of this year, and I have. I've not made any music in the last 4 or 5 months. And this isn't music. This is just me goofing around. But I wrote some first rap that I've written in months. And it's not a big fucking concerto. It's just a bit of silliness. Still make them hurt, still saying words, still chase a skirt, still slay a verse, still pray at church, still saving purse, still playing dirt, see my favourite shirt. Still slick with it significantly. I win the league. It's meant to be. Silly freaks thought Dean was history. Flow fresher than a bottle of Listerine. Pictures, please. When was the last time bars hit like these? It might mean that in my dreams I'm manifesting the best things to fit my schemes. One man cult my body in my team. Dick so big I just split my jeans. You pussies get a buzz when you drink iced tea. Yeah. Bars, right? This guy said, "How did you know what that you are gay? Why are you gay?" You're all familiar with that clip, right? That African newsreader interviewing that. You are transgender. Why should someone be transgender? Why are you gay? Everyone's seen it. It's got like 45 billion views. And yeah, it's very funny. Thinking about Andrew Dice Clay the other day. Like, I love a good joke. We do jokes on this show. I was once upon a time I was going to be a doctor, but I lost my patience. Right? I'm reading this book on gravity at the moment. It's impossible to put down. Jokes. Otherwise, I like comedians who do like stories. Like I love Louis C.K. Your Bill Burrs. Can't think off the top of my head right now. But yeah, they don't have to be one-liners. I like jokes. But I was thinking the other day about Andrew Dice Clay. You know the guy, right? American comedian. A Jewish fella called Andrew Silverstein playing a character known as Andrew Dice Clay. Oh! He wears these leather fucking weightlifting gloves. He's from the 80s. It's the most 80s thing ever. And I was thinking about how you would never get away with that today. And just how dated it is. It's unbelievable. The guy... There are no jokes. There are no stories. It's basically... He's playing this tough guy. He walks on stage like this. Crowd are all going wild. And he'll go... What's one of his fucking things? He'll take like nursery rhymes and go like... Little Miss Muffin, sad on a tough, eating her curds and whey. Along comes a Spidey, sits down beside her. He says, hey, bitch, what's in the bowl, bitch? Ow! And the crowd go fucking wild. I'll make one up. Like, just give me a name. Jim Brewer is very funny. Jim Brewer is funny. Let's Andrew Dice Clay, Jim Brewer. So you know Jim Brewer, he thought his mother was pure. It turns out, nah, the bitch is a hooer. Oh! Right? He'll take someone's name or a nursery rhyme, something like innocent and simple, and do like a classic rhyme. It starts innocent. You think, where's he going with this? You know where he's going. The crowd are all tense. And it has to end in a swear word, followed by, oh! That's his whole act. He'll do like 2 hours of this. You over there, sitting in your chair. I bet when you get home, you can't wait to spunk in her hair. Oh! The guy made millions. Fucking millions. Jesus. Oh yeah, we got a new housemate in the place. New housemate. Day number 42. Dean has got another new housemate. I can't really do Geordie accent. He's all right. He's a nice guy. He's a nice guy. We've lent each other things here and there and always paid back the very next day. Civil. But at the expense of sounding like some kind of cultural snob, he's very, very generic. Like all day upstairs, he's playing his house music and shit. He's got a dog called Rover. And I'm not even joking. Who calls the dog Rover? He's got a little cup that says, keep calm and carry on. All he needs now is a cat called Felix. And I can shout, bingo! Bingo, that'd be his other fucking dog. No, he's lovely. He's fine. I don't know why I'm taking the piss. Yeah, I do. I'm trying to be funny on this live stream. But it's not working. Momentarily. I'll tell you what is funny, though. I don't trust stairs. They're always up to something. Nah. Andrew Dice Clay. So I said to the guy, I said, hey, that ain't no alley cat. That's my mother. Oh! I did that thing again. I bought the newspaper. Because, as I've said before, it's nice to have things to fall back on when you run out of... I had loads I was going to talk about. But while that comes to me, let's have a look at the news. I do like Jim Brewer. You're right, he's very funny. I'll tell you who else I like, who's underrated. Jimmy Dore. I know a lot of people hate him because he's anti-vax or whatever, but he's a wise guy. He's a wise guy, see? He's a funny dude. Let's see what the Sun, everyone's favourite slag rag, is saying. Fucking Monster. Diddy. P. Diddy. Puff Daddy. Sean Combs, aka Monster. Monster or Swinger? That is the question in today's Sun. Rapper is violent and a sex trafficker. Defense say kinky group sex is not a crime. Did he or didn't he? He probably did. Will he go to prison? Nah. I don't think so. Unless he's the fall guy. Unless it's like a new Epstein situation where he's got like so much dirt on so many rich and powerful people that they've decided he's getting a bit too dangerous. So they're going to do away with him. Or it's not that, and it's all sort of genuine stuff, as in genuine allegations. And he'll have the money, he'll have the lawyers to pay off the right people, I do believe. So I don't know what's going to happen. It's one or two, isn't it? Terracops. They sound scary. Terracops probe blaze at PM home. Fucking hell, a fire at Keir Starmer's. Holy moly. Whoa, a deliberate arson attack, apparently, on the home of the Prime Minister. Well, how many homes has that guy set on fire in his time? By way of bombs and missiles approved. I actually don't know, I've no idea. Dare I say, quite a few. 1,000 baby oil bottles. This is a headline from the Diddy thing. Sean Diddy Combs' lawyer defended his love of baby oil during the court's opening arguments. Federal officers found more than 1,000 bottles of the skin softener, raided the Mogul's Los Angeles mansion in March 2024. Mogul. Now there's a word I like. I'd love to be known as a mogul, not a mongrel. A mogul. It's one of those words, I don't know what it means, but I love it. It's like megalithic. You only hear these Graham Hancock type people, these ancient archaeologists, like talking about megalithic structures. There were 2 megalithic structures found in Peru. I don't know what the hell megalithic means. I know I could just Google it, but sometimes it's more fun to just speculate and ruminate and try and decipher it. Megalithic. Does it just mean very big? I don't know. But it is interesting, right? How there's so many, we find so many structures and buildings that can't be replicated with today's technology, yet are allegedly many thousands of years old. That phenomenon has always fascinated me, like with the pyramids, and I don't just mean the Great Pyramids of Egypt. I mean, there's many pyramids around the world. All follow the same or very similar architecture, which can't be matched today. Ancient technology, quite possibly. I personally always like the theory that if you vibrate something at the right frequency, it basically defeats gravity. They fly because their wings, compared to the size of the body, it's not enough to keep them up. It's the way they vibrate. They resonate at the right frequency and become basically anti-gravity. There's examples of people doing this with sound. You can find them on the internet. I'm not just fucking crazy. You can levitate things with sound. It's a known thing. And if you get a big enough machine to do that, there's no reason you can't do it with rocks that would be too heavy for humans to carry. Just a theory. Just a theory. Reminds me of that Prince song, Gold. How's it go? There's a lady, 99 years old. If she's led a good life, heaven takes her soul. Now that's a theory. If you don't want to know, step aside and make a way for those who want to go. Powerful song. Gold. I don't mean gold as in gold. Always believe in your soul. That's a different gold. Was that Spandau Ballet? Good song anyway. Um, Most of the best songs came from the 80s, right? Apart from the ones I obviously wrote between 2005 and 2025. Um, oh yeah, the news. So Diddy likes baby oil. Who doesn't? Have you ever done that thing? Here's a tip where you cover your. Oh, forget it. No, it's too crude. But baby oil can be a lot of fun, that I can tell you. In a huge way. My dick is so big. It was once I was walking down the promenade and an old couple mistook it for the Loch Ness monster. Um, they phoned the emergency services. It was reported, and police called me about it because I'd been in the area, and I went to go answer my phone, but I missed the call. So he calls back. He said, "We tried to call you earlier." He said, "Why did you?" I said, "I went to go and get the phone, but as I was walking my way across the kitchen, I tripped over my dick and smashed my face on the ground. So sorry, I didn't make it to the phone in time." It's time to light the lights. Da 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 da. I'm up at show tonight. Island of Strangers. The Kate Outdoors. Oh, they've taken the Great Outdoors, changed it to the Kate Outdoors because it's about Kate Middleton. Only this time, where is she? She's outdoors. Oh, fucking news. God. Anytime Kate does anything, the Sun are like, fuck me, stop the press. Kate's just wiped her ass. I hate it when the fucking. Don't you hate. What's the deal with every time like a celebrity goes outside anywhere, the media refer to it as this week Ariana Grande stepped out in shocking out. They're always stepping out. It's like with the vaccine thing, it was all roll out. We're rolling out these new measures. We're rolling out. Why do we roll it? Why is he rolling? And whenever celebrity is spotted anywhere, they stepped out. What's the George Carlin thing? When he talks about made up words like gourmet, gourmet dining in a can, homemade. He goes, nothing in that supermarket is homemade or restaurant or whatever. Not unless the chef is living in the kitchen. And if he is, I want to take a good look at this motherfucker. Advertising words are the funniest, man. How about those mattresses that are, was it designed by NASA technology? It's just a cushion. Fucking hell. There's no need for rocket propulsion, fucking rocket science, guys. It's just a fancy, massive cushion. Fuck me. NASA technology. Another one of the food advertising things that Colin talks about is beware words like lemony or chocolatey. You know what chocolatey means? No fucking chocolate. Lemony. No fucking lemons. Yeah. It pisses me off because most people look at the label and the packaging and the design and go, that looks nice. Throw it in the trolley or whatever. I always, not because I'm a snob, just because I've got fucking half a brain. Fuck the packaging and the design. You look on the back, read the ingredients, because that's what you're buying. That's what you're ingesting. It's the ingredients, not the title of the thing. It might say all new homemade gourmet fucking sausages, and you flip it over and look on the back, and it's got 30 ingredients that begin with X. You got to read the ingredients, guys. I don't like guys. I prefer folks. Partly because I know a lot of people hate folks. That's all, folks. It's kind of old-timey. Reminds me a bit of back when white people used to be cool in the 1930s. Back when they used to say, man, see? That's all, folks. See? Man. You know what? That might be all, folks, for today. Mum in court on acid kill of ex-love. She killed him with LSD. Oh, no. Wow, she threw acid at him, as in like corrosive acid, and it killed him. I mean, it's a horrible, horrible crime. Like, you hear about, people's faces getting melted off. That's usually what happens. But the fucking guy died. What a way to go. Arrested for tweet by Kent cops who are happy if officer sends a dick pic in uniform. What? Big Brother, it turns out, no longer watches you on a telescreen. He scrolls you through your X feed. He's everywhere. Big Brother's in every orifice. We all know it. He's listening to this live stream. He's in your TV. He's under the bed. Oh, he's in the wardrobe. Surveillance is fucking... It's everything these days. Google, Nike. No, but I've said before, if I wanted to create a giant surveillance online system that keeps a profile of everyone's face, everyone's interests, everyone's whereabouts, I'd probably call it Facebook. A book of faces, right? If I wanted to create an app to literally waste everyone's time, it'd have to be called TikTok. I don't know. If you had to create an app that's solely just classic satanic symbolism, I might call it X. Speaking of X, no, let's not. It's been a lovely day, and it's been a nice time. I like people who like people, and friendly people. I am one half of the time. The other half of the time, I'm faking it because I like people in short doses, in small doses. I'm a lone ranger, baby. I like to be on my own. But I do like crowds in small doses. But again, it's like as Carlin said, individuals are where it's at. You can see the universe in the eyes of an individual. People become themselves when you're one-on-one, communicating. And the more they identify with groups, clans, clubs, movements, whatever it is, the individual identity, and the more they sort of clam and clot and become part of a big amoeba of people. We are the people. We are the people who believe X or Y. Or we are the people who fucking... I don't even fucking know. But you're not though, are you? You are you. You are an individual. You are yourself. So fucking... Make time for yourself. Make time for your loved ones. And, yeah. Individuals are where it's at. Fuck groups. Fuck the team. That's another thing I need to work on. I keep saying in between thoughts like a div. So I need to work on that aspect of my speech. Wiggle Room says, luckily, we are sovereign in our own universes. Yeah, baby. I was kind of just talking about that before I'd read your comment. You kind of summed it up there. You tied it up nicely. Anyway, it's been nice. It's been nice to pop in and say hey. Hey! And I think we'll call it a day because the sun's still out. The weather is sweet, yeah. And what better day than a sweaty day, as my old nana would always say. No time like the present for this peasant. Now I'm just rhyming like for fucking no reason at all. Right, no reason at all. I'll be feeling your balls. Right, fuck off. I'll speak to you soon. Mwah. You know I love you. Take care. Hello, everyone. I'm talking to you today about an issue of great importance, perhaps what you might say utmost importance, perhaps the most vital, crucial aspect of what you might call our entire reality. Because the most important thing to understand about our well, what you might call reality, depending on who you ask, eh? But the most important underpinnings of what create this overarching construct of humanity, of culture, of civilization itself, of human beings being human. It's underpinned, it's heavily underpinned, it's underlined by the mythological, psychological, I mean, yes, philosophical, but overarchingly mythological stories, the narratives that we tell ourselves. I mean, I talk to some of my students, and I got a lot of bright kids in my class, eh? A lot of bright students, and they come to me with seemingly simple questions until you scratch the bloody surface. They might come over to me, they might ask something to, into what you might say, a question in the form of the following words. They might say, so what is meaning? I say, that's a good question. That's a bloody good question, bucko. It all depends. Well, it depends on several factors, actually, but it depends primarily on what you mean by meaning, and what I mean by you, and what you mean by what is the. What is the? The? You can't just throw that out like it's something everybody has the same conceptual understanding of. There are 8 bloody billion human beings on the planet. We have to get down to brass tacks, eh? We have to define our bloody terms. So, in asking such a question, you're already implying, you're demanding to a degree that you're insisting, that's the right word, you're insisting that there must bloody already exist some underlying, underpinning, undergirding, under fucking where bloody connection, some agreed upon, some pre-agreed upon, preconceived definitions that we all have in common. Well, I've got news for you, bucko. We don't. We don't. You've only got to look through history. I mean, look at what happened in Nazi Germany. Post-1940s even. Pre-1940s. Look at the Soviet Union. The gulags. You think the guards had the same mythological underpinnings and understandings and graspings and summations of what makes this human construct tangible and realistic? Do you think their perspective was the same as the damn prisoners? Well, a lot of people do. I mean, if you ask a Marxist, a postmodern, somebody with a postmodern education, especially if they come with the dark triad of the Machiavellian, you might say, mindset, well, they might say, hey, if they weren't speaking the same language, how did they damn communicate? Well, communication on a surface level, that's certainly one thing. Like I can say, excuse me, hello, yes, comical, I know, but I'd like a cup of coffee, please. That person, assuming they do speak the same surface level language, can certainly provide me with a cup of coffee. Now, if they're to scratch a little below the surface, take a couple of seconds to be a damn human being. Engage their bloody brains. They might question, they might say, well, what does he mean, coffee? There are so many types of coffee. Look at our bloody menu. We've got Americanos, for God's sakes, lattes, frappuccinos. To come in here and just ask for a damn bloody cup of coffee. And what is a cup? You want to take it out? Drink it on the street like a homeless, drifting nobody? A cuttlefish clinging to the bottom of the societal substruct that we began to describe in the first place? Or do you want to sit in and drink out of a ceramic large mug black coffee and define your damn terms? Well, things can get a little heated sometimes in the coffee shop, especially when people don't know what they're talking about. So that's fundamentally what I'm here to talk about today with you all. And I talk about very often with my students, you know, it can be a real, almost a nuclear, it's a nuclear explosion that takes place in the, what, how might you say, the structures, the preconceived structures we've built around words such as meaning really start to fall apart and disintegrate into nothing once you begin to question them. That's the Socratic method. That's the evidence, that's the basis, rather, of the Socratic method. Question things from first principles. Now you might say, what do you mean by principle? What do you mean by first? Good damn question. First is typically the thing that comes before second, but not always. What if you're counting backwards? What if you're saying 5, 4, 3, 2, bloody 1? Huh? What then, bucko? Well, then 1 came after 2, didn't it? So don't always assume you know. It upsets me, you know, man, but when you take a look at what's happening to young men, these young men who refuse to clean their rooms, refuse to define their terms, refuse to ask their most basic questions. Like, what do you mean by what? What do you mean by mean? This is where meaning is found. And it's so profoundly important. If only they had someone to just an iota of encouragement, well, perhaps the bloody world wouldn't be in the state we see it's in now, eh? All right. Thank you for joining me. Don't forget to sign up for my course. You can, the Self-Authoring Suite. It's a great program. And before I get too caught into almost sliding into my Donald Trump impression, okay, we're going to call it a day. It's been a fun talk, and we'll talk to you on the next one. All right, take care. Hello. I'm coming to you late. It's, I think it's about 2:30 in the morning. I am wholly unprepared. I'm not woefully unprepared. I'm ready to talk shit. I just normally, before I do a live stream, I will sort of bullet point a couple of topics or things that I want to approach or talk about. Whereas tonight, I haven't done that. I'm just, I'm at a bit of a loose end. I've become somewhat sort of nocturnal. And you see, you never know when I'm going to come at you. Sometimes I do live streams first thing in the morning, the break of dawn. Sometimes I do them usually sort of afternoonish, but sometimes, you know, like this time, this is one of those times. Here I am, post midnight. And so, hello, welcome. Yeah, the This should be fun, eh? Did you see that tranny that I met last night? Who I invited into my home because I thought it was a girl. She presented as a girl. He presented as a girl. It presented whatever. And I was buying it for a good amount of time. I did find it a little odd that they were wearing a surgical mask, aka face mask. We've been over that one. Yeah, a surgical mask in 2025. And then at one point, this person removed the surgical mask. And what did I see? A full-on goatee, like a full chin beard. So I was like, all right, I've been at it. I fell for it. I was fooled. I mean, hey, it was dark out. You know, it was late night. I spotted her in the bloody street. I said, do you want to come to mine? I live down the road. And she was like, yeah, I'll come to yours. I was sitting with you, chat to you. I thought, you know, hey, you know, someone to talk to, someone to do, you know. And we were probably at mine for about over an hour before this surgical mask was removed. And then I saw the chinny chin chin, the hairs of the chinny chin chin. And I was like, oh, shit. I'm not phobic by any stretch of the definition. I'm not scared of trans people. Who's scared of trans people? What are you going to do? Tickle me with your feather boa? And I'm not hateful towards trans people. I view it quite compassionately, believe it or not. I believe it is a mental illness. Almost entirely brought on by the culture that we live in, what's promoted. I mean, the amount of white males who are declaring themselves women is off the fucking charts. And I wondered about this for a little while. I was like, why is this? Why is the majority of these transitions, why is it white men, young white men, declaring themselves women? And I think I figured it out. Culturally speaking, socially speaking, blah, blah, blah. In terms of coolness, the oppression Olympics, white men are at the very, very, very bottom of the totem pole, especially straight white men. Like, nobody cares about you. You've got no right to grievance. You can't complain without being called fragile. You're nothing. You're the lowest on the totem pole. And a lot of young white men aren't very happy about that. They want to feel included. They want to feel celebrated. They want to feel something positive. And so, as opposed to taking the difficult track of reminding people of the importance of genuine equality and celebrating people on their individual merits, regardless of sex, race, gender, etc., what a lot of these white men will choose to do is put on a skirt and a wig, paint the nails, and say, I'm out now. Accept me, celebrate me. And what does the world do? It parties, it claps, it does party poppers, it celebrates, it welcomes, it hugs. And that's what a lot of these young men have been looking for their entire lives, really, some level of acceptance that unfortunately they're not going to find through virtue of being a straight white male. You have to be, to some level, exceptional, to a high level exceptional, to be honest, if you're going to be celebrated as a straight white male. The easy way out, the fashionable way out, is to declare yourself a woman or even come out as gay. Any of those so-called oppressed identities, just identify with one of those and you'll get the fanfare. You'll get the fanfare. And that's what a lot of these men are doing. And so many of them regret it, and that's the saddest thing. I saw this meme once about like people in old people's homes that the staff have to constantly remind them where they are and what their name is because they're senile. They're old age pensioners. And this meme was getting at, and it's funny, but it's also tragic, that like in 40, 50, 60 years time, there are going to be nursing home, old people's home care staff having to constantly remind the guy what happened to his dick. He's going to wake up in the morning like, where's my fucking Johnson? And she's going to have to sit him down and say, look, you cut it off when you were 22, all right? You underwent surgery. You remember? You thought you were a woman. You had your penis removed. Yes, voluntarily. And she's going to have to give him that talk once every few hours. It's funny because it's penis related. And, we all like a bit of toilet humor and whatnot. But in reality, it's kind of very, very sad. And there's always an element of truth in humor. Sometimes there's an element of sadness in humor. This would be one of those times, I imagine. Anyway, let's lighten the mood, shall we? Let's talk about something a little more fun. Yeah, what are you gonna do about it? I was sober for about 5 days there. 4 days there? I think 4 days. Like I said, I'm nocturnal, so I lose track of time very easily. 4 or 5 days. And I've only had this is my third can of the day. And it's like, what? 2:30, 3 in the morning. So, hey, compared to where I was, I'm doing much better. Anyway, it's not about me, it's about you. Awkwardly, I'm starting to need a poo. I probably should have thought about that before I decided to go live. Anyway, we'll get through it. We'll plow through it. Did you see Theo Von? One of my... I wouldn't say he's one of my favourite comedians, but he's certainly a great modern comedian. There's no doubt about that. He recently bombed in front of all the troops in Qatar, however you say it. I just watched the clip, and yeah, it's kind of sad because like Theo's a very funny man, but he wasn't really doing material so much as he was kind of just relying on his personality, which is great for his general gig, for his general job. People come out to see Theo Von, and so they laugh at the setup of the joke because they know Theo and he's wacky and he's cute and it's fun to see him. So they're just giggling on the way to the venue, for God's sake. But to entertain a platoon of soldiers who aren't necessarily fans or anything, you've got to stick to, joke, set up punchline. You have to make sure that the punchlines are there because they're not your fans, buddy. They're not going to give you the benefit of cuteness. They're not going to, giggle at the setup just because it's the Obama. And I think it was a bit of a short, sharp reminder to the guy that this is actually an art form you're engaged in. I think he's got very used to being coasting by on on his popularity and podcast listeners and stuff, which is absolutely fine. I love the guy. But that doesn't translate to a platoon of troops. Is it platoon the right word? I don't know. It's like saying it. Who aren't necessarily fans. Platoon. That's another one of those good words. I don't quite know what it means. I was talking the other day about Diddy. P. Diddy or P. Didn't he? Keeps getting referred to as a mogul. And I love that word. Mogul. Like megalithic. It's one of the many words that I hear. And I don't know what it means, but it sounds so cool. I'd love to be referred to as a megalithic mogul. I don't know if that's even a thing, but can you imagine? The megalithic mogul over here. I don't care what you say after that. It's a bit like tycoon. That's another great word that I refuse to Google because I don't want my potential illusions shattered. I don't want to know the definition. I just want to keep pondering it forever. Tycoon. It's usually in reference to a business person. a business tycoon from Taiwan as blah, blah, blah. Imagine being referred to on the news as a megalithic mogul business tycoon. Wow. Yeah. Take out megalithic because I'm pretty sure that's an architectural. See, I don't even know that word. It relates to architecture, megalithic, as far as I'm aware. But mogul and tycoon, I do believe, relate heavily to people of influence. I'm not talking about fucking influencers on bloody Instagram. I'm talking about the real world, or the underworld, if you will. Powerful motherfuckers. Seeing my mum on Monday. Yeah, that's the plan. I'm not sure yet if I'm going to go to hers and meet the dog, and my brother meet the dog. I'm well acquainted with the dog, but visit the dog, I should say. Likewise, my brother. Not seen him for ages. Although I've texted my brother a few times recently, just sort of funny stuff, just like little jokes and things, and he's not replied once. Now, I'm the kind of person that I have a tendency to that can make me a little paranoid. Depends on who you are. Like I've got a friend who I won't name because, much like my previous couple of girlfriends, I'm a secret boyfriend. I wasn't to them. I was their secret boyfriend, and the majority of my friends that are still my friends in this day and age are like secret friends. They're like they won't sort of come out publicly as my friend because they'll get shit for it. But certainly not all of them, but a significant amount, and I get it, and I appreciate it, and listen, I want friends, and I want a girlfriend. I don't care if you fucking drive around in a bumper sticker saying I am Dean's friend. Just give me a call sometime, innit? And they do. And I was talking to this fella about oh shit. Completely lost my train of thought. Oh dear, oh dear. I've totally lost my train of thought. That's not good. That's another thing I've noticed recently that could perhaps be a product of alcoholism, or maybe it's just my brain. Oh no, I have been smoking weed again recently, here and there. My short-term memory has gone like really not good. My long-term memory is as good as ever, perhaps better than ever. I can recall shit that happened 2 years ago, like to the word. But if you ask me what I was just talking about 5 minutes ago, I'm probably not going to be able to tell you. Is what it is. It's just one of them things. One of them things. What do people mean when they say that? But one of those days. Is that when people say, oh god, it's one thing after another, isn't it? It's fucking one thing after another in this life. Well, yeah. That's how things occur, right? One after the other. What do you expect? Everything to happen all at once? Is that what you'd prefer? Yeah, good luck managing that. I'm thankful it's one thing after another. If it all just fucking rocked up and exploded on Monday, fuck me, I'd be having a week. I met an Italian girl earlier today. She was nice. She well, I told her fuck. I told her something that was very funny. Basically, I told her that I was driving a very fast car, and she didn't believe me. So to give this Italian lady a pizza, the proof, I drove past her. Oh God, fuck me. Oh. We do jokes on this show, but maybe we should stop. Fuck me, that wasn't good. I met another girl once, and I said, what do you do for work? She said, I'm a web designer. I said, oh, like a spider. Oh God. Uh, all right, and there's me. I'm gonna go at Theo Von, with his understandably tough crowd, right? A platoon of tycoon megalithic soldiers, right? Moguls, and here's me fucking talking to literally nobody. There's nobody on here, I don't think. And I'm bombing. I'm bombing in front of myself, alone, in a room. And I've got the nerve to talk shit about Theo Von. I wasn't talking shit about Theo Von. I love Theo Von. And everybody has bad gigs. I mentioned previously, I think I did like 10 stand-up shows in my 20s. I'd love to get back at it, by the way, because at the time when I was in my early 20s, I was a bit of a know-it-all, as you tend to be in your early 20s. But looking back with hindsight, I can see how that rubbed a lot of people the wrong way and is not very conducive to comment. Well, yeah, not really conducive to comedy. It's different when you're a grumpy 60-year-old coming out being a know-it-all. I can't wait to be that guy. But when you're like 21, it's like, dude, shut up, go live your life, then come back and talk to us. But here I am, 15 years later-ish. I'd like to give it another bash. I've certainly become more supple, yeah, but more humble and, dare I say, in the same sentence, which might sound slightly contradictory, more wise. I think with wisdom comes humility and vice versa. So I don't know. I just think it'd be a more advantageous, more enjoyable thing to do at this age than it probably was in my early 20s. But I don't know. Maybe I'm not funny anymore. This hasn't been very funny. I'll give you that. Yeah. But hey, as I said at the beginning, I'm unprepared. This isn't material. This is just I don't know. Just I don't want to say I'm bored because that sounds defeatist. I'm never bored. Only true spiritual empty vessels get bored. What kind of loser gets bored in 2025? Are you out of your mind? Not only have you got every book ever written that you could potentially be reading, you've got fucking television, you've got a fucking mobile phone, you've got the internet, you've got prostitutes, you've got alcohol, you've got drugs, you've got family, you've got exercise, you've got video games, you've got fucking bored. No. You're stuck in a moment of analysis paralysis, meaning you're so flooded with options and opportunities that you can't decide what to do next. Hence, dare I say, why women typically, I would say, get more bored than men. It's not because you're not bored, but they will use that word because they're stifled by so many options they don't know what to choose. It's like the whole meme about women not wanting to decide where to go to eat. It's not that they don't want to decide, it's that they want to have confidence in who's leading them to take that decision out of their hands. And then if the meal is shit, it's on him, right? If they have a shit night or whatever, then it's not her responsibility. I was dating this girl not forever ago who told me, I think we should be on a break. We should go on a break. We need to just, be apart for a while. I was like, okay. I wasn't happy about it, I'll be honest, but I was like, oh, fair enough. I mean, what can I say? Okay, we will. I think she rang me back that same evening, by the way. So there's your inconsistency. But I got to admit something quite important, something quite revealing, and it's this. She basically said, I'd love you to come round and I want to see you, but I don't want to be the hypocrite who calls you up and invites you after I've just said we should go on a break. I'm saying let's go on a break, aka leave me alone. But what I'm really hoping for, I just want you to turn up. I want you to take it on yourself and chase me. And I put that to her. I said, because she's not going to just volunteer that information on her own. I put it to her. I said, is it possible that you want to see me, but would feel hypocritical inviting me? And if it goes wrong, we have a bad time, it's then therefore your fault. I think you would rather me just show up uninvited, and you'd be thrilled to see me, but you want it to be my initiative. And then if it goes great or if it goes bad or whatever, then it's all on me, and you don't have to take any responsibility for it. Am I right? And she was like, "You got me, you idiot." Fuck it out. I'm a very indecisive person myself a lot of the time. Occasionally, I know. It's like, I hate that saying when people go, "Oh, you never know." Well, you never know. Fucking speak for yourself. Sometimes you know. At least I certainly know. Sometimes. Sometimes I know. Usually don't. Sometimes I do. But generally speaking, I can be quite indecisive. Probably more so than most men. I will admit that. So I know it is. I'm not saying I would try and put it on someone else. Or maybe I would. I don't know. Fuck knows. Nobody knows. Nobody cares. Yeah, speaking of nobody cares, I just posted this little story on Facebook. I called it Words of Encouragement. Basically to anyone out there who's currently going through a hard time, going through hardship, struggling with mental health, physical health, whatever it may be, grieving. My best advice from the heart is shut the fuck up. Nobody cares. If you have a next of kin, if you have a spouse, if you have someone that you can really treat like a best friend, then sure, they care. Speak to them. Absolutely. Sharing is caring. It's important to talk. But in terms of just gassing on the internet about your issues, don't do it. Don't do it. The only impact it could possibly have on your situation would be to make everything worse. You're also providing your future enemies with potential ammo they can use against you. So in terms of bitching about your life on the internet, keep it to yourself. Shut the fuck up. Nobody cares. We all go through bad things. We all go through struggles and strife and difficult times. Those that care are in your contact list on your phone. It's probably about 2% of those motherfuckers, but they're in there. You can call them. You can speak to them. Putting it online, you're creating a future case against yourself. You're just giving people ammo. You're becoming the laughingstock of those who already don't like you, which the vast majority of people want to avoid. I get it. I'm kind of beyond the point of caring when it comes to that. But I'm speaking to the general person who has very high stakes in their reputation and all the rest of it. Yeah, don't bitch online about your personal life. I say nobody cares, which is true, but not entirely, because those that do care, those that could care, ain't your friends. They're not going to care in the right way. Speak to a loved one, speak to a doctor, take your dog for a walk, go have a nice, beautiful shit. Do something to make yourself feel better, and don't dwell. Don't dwell. Beliefs create reality. Every single thing in this room, the blinds, the chest of drawers, the plate, this jumper, this bed, this fucking bag, this can, before it existed, before it manifested into material reality, it first had to exist as a thought in a human's brain. Everything that we call reality initially was a thought in a mind before it manifested. That's the process of manifestation. It starts here and it ends out there. So be very, very careful of what happens in here. Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna no, you know what I'm gonna do? Because I need a poo. I do need a poo. But I also need a wee. So I think if I piss in a bottle, I think I might be able to fool my brain that I've been to the toilet, and so I'll be able to keep going a little longer without having to actually shit. So just bear with me a moment. Talk among yourselves. Stand by your man. Da, 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 da. Stand by your man. That's a good song. Who sung that? Was it Tammy somebody? Fuck, I can never remember the name of the lady that sung that song. Stand by your man. Beautiful. There's that and the song by Love Affair, a 60s band, I believe, called Everlasting Love. And I think I've mentioned this before, but it's that need you by my side, girl, to be my bride. You'll never be denied, everlasting love. With a sucker up. Oh, it kills me. It floors me, that song. It puts me on the ground. And I was trying to petition to my mate, another mate who I won't name for his own safety. I was telling him, man, this is one of the best songs ever. And he's laughing at me. Songwriter, this guy. He knows his music. Very good songwriter. And he's laughing at me like it's not that good. Are you fucking... Where's your heart, dude? Love Affair by Everlasting Love. You'll know it. You'll have heard it. If you haven't, YouTube it, Google it, go listen to it real quick. You'll go, oh yeah, this. You'll either say, oh yeah, this shit. And you'll go, oh yeah, Dean was right. This is fucking awesome. It's fucking awesome. That I can tell you. Shit. Spoke to my dad earlier. He said, son, I said, Dad. He said, I don't drink anymore. I said, do you know? He went, no. I don't drink any less either, but, you know. We do jokes. We do jokes on this show. I might have to order a takeaway, you know. I hate to do that because it's such a waste of money. You know what I mean? Especially if you're ordering off Just Eat. Not only do they add to the price that's listed by the fucking people that make the food in the shop, they then charge you for delivery, which is understandable. But on top of that, they charge you a service fee, whatever the fuck that means. Oh, in order to give us extra money via delivery plus what we add on, you're also going to have to pay £1 for the privilege to pay extra. It's like, all right. But at this time of night, there's not much else I can do. I mean, there is a 24-hour Asda or something, or Tesco, but it's miles away. And I don't really know my way around this area and stuff, so I'm not going to do that. Anyway, this is fascinating, right? I don't think so. What else has happened? Oh, the Diddy thing is still happening in the trial. Mr. Baby Oil. Mr. Baby Oil. I hate that he claimed that that moniker, that pseudonym, that nickname, that was supposed to be mine, right? I am Mr. Baby Oil. Fucker. But yeah, it's looking like he's going to get off with it. I'll be honest, I'm not overly invested in it. I don't care too much, but it just seems like another classic distraction. The way the media are like so honed in and 24/7 coverage about this particular case, which is going to be probably upcoming with the Russell Brand thing. It's a distraction. They take a celebrity, someone who's pissed off the establishment in some way for some reason, and then they amplify this person's worst flaws and features. They make a criminal case out of it. They throw every allegation and accusation in the world at them, and that keeps people distracted for a good 6 months while they sign all kinds of shady deals and shit behind closed doors in just dirty, fucking dusty, muddy, no fucking shitted corridors. Did he? Or didn't he? I don't know. I wasn't there. We'll find out what the jury says eventually. But it always bugs me how people say, like, well, innocent until proven guilty. As if, like, oh my God. Human beings are flawed. We know that. The justice system is flawed. We know that. Human error is rife. We know that. But somehow, 12 strangers, 12 random motherfuckers can sit down and decide the fate of somebody. And if their opinion is over 50% he did it, then apparently that's proof of guilt. And I'll be like, well, he was convicted. That's proof of guilt. Oh, okay. What happened to human error? What happened to just fucking reality? Jesus Christ. You think people can't be swayed? You think people can't be manipulated, fooled, buy into lies because they're in a special room with tall ceilings and big pictures of the king on the wall and shit? Please. Even scientists have the humility, the decency to admit that science doesn't prove anything. Only idiots will ever use the phrase scientific proof. Scientists know that science is about gathering the best available data and evidence, creating a hypothesis, testing the hypothesis, and seeing which is most likely. And then you lean into the version which is most backed by the evidence. To call that proof is an end to the argument, is an end to the investigation. True scientists don't do that. There's no such thing as scientific proof. That's a colloquialism. That's a colloquial phrase that we muggles use to navigate the world. Science doesn't prove. Science theorizes. And yes, scientific theories have to be backed up by data which can be verified, observations which can be verified, repeatable, etc. But proof, as in like mathematical proof, no. And scientists know that about science. So the idea that normal people don't know that, I think they do know that about court systems and legality. It's just a bit of a terrifying concept to actually accept that our system of innocent until quote unquote proven guilty is as flawed as human opinion itself. That's a frightening prospect for a lot of people, including me. I get it, but to deny it is just silly. Frightening or not, to deny that that's the reality of the world we live in is needlessly silly. What do I order? See, I'm feeling like a pizza. You ever feel like a pizza? You just feel like, no, forget that. My stomach is fancying a pizza, but I'm doing this carnivore thing, right? So even recently when I've been getting takeaways, I'll order like a big triple burger. Bin the bread, bin the bun, and just eat the burger meat. And I feel like to order a pizza but only eat the toppings is a total waste. I'd be throwing away an entire pizza base. I'd be eating like £1.50's worth of toppings, and the whole thing will have cost about 16 quid to get here, so that feels like a rip-off. I don't know. We'll see if there's anywhere still doing steaks. Because I know, believe it or not, certain takeaways in this area do jokes on this show. And they do steak and onion, steak and mushroom. I've had that before. It was shit as far as the steak goes, but you know, at this time of night, beggars can't really be choosers. Beggars can't really be choosers. Beggars can never be choosers, right? But I don't know. I'll get something. I'm starting to. Have you ever heard that phrase, turtle head? Whoa! Listen to that. Has your vape ever done that before? It just starts hissing by itself like a. And now it's stopped. First time I ever heard that, it shit me up. First of all, I didn't know it was the vape. I just heard some hissing coming from like near my fireplace. I was like, what the fucking hell is going on over here? I thought we had a snake coming down the chimney. I went over and it was just my vape vaping itself. So I was like, what the fuck? Is it going to explode? I've heard these stories about vapes exploding and, you know, the flat catching fire. And, you know, it can be pretty fucking, can be quite brutal. But anyway, I just picked it up, Rubik's cubed it a little bit, just tried to pull it apart, and it chilled out. So yeah. I don't really know. There seems to be no one in it. Don't quit your day job / stand up. Bro, if I get what you're saying, and I feel you, I hear you. I don't currently have a day job, and stand up I've not done for way over a decade. But yeah, can you imagine this? If this was the set, that wouldn't be. Whew. Oh my god! I don't know if I'd rather be me doing that or someone in the audience who's victim to it. But yeah, this isn't a set, by the way. As I said at the beginning of the stream, I have no material. I'm not prepared. I'm just fucking around. I'm just talking. Just talking. He says, joking. Looked it up for myself last week on what? On DIT. So I've got a big crack in my phone. I can't read the comment. Joking. Looked it up for myself last week on DIT. What, you looked up my stand-up? Or you looked up my old day job? I don't know. Well, all I can do is apologize, you know. Try and do better in the future. And on Reddit. Am I on Reddit? I've never used Reddit in my life. A lot of the things I end up talking about end up coming from Reddit. I'm aware it's a very popular community. A lot of memes and narratives and stuff come forth into other areas of social media via Reddit, and I end up commenting on those issues. But personally, I've never used Reddit. Am I on there? Well, I'm not on there, but is my stand-up on there? It shouldn't be. Oh god, I hate to see that thread. Fuck me. What's on your mind, sir? I'm probably going to bounce off soonish to, you know, order some food and wallow in my own indifference. But is there anything you would like to talk about in the next 10 minutes or so? Because, like I said, I came unscripted, I came unprepared. I'm happy to talk about whatever. And he goes, looked up wanker and your picture was there. Okay. Well, quite frankly. I was just flicking through the dictionary the other day, the encyclopedia, in fact. And it's funny because the arsehole and dickhead, although they have two sort of anatomical meanings, they were all headed by your face. The bit in the top right, the sort of the picture that they sort of included, it was your face in both dickhead and wanker. So that's something to be proud of. You're on 2 pages in the encyclopedia. That's pretty cool. That I can tell you. He says, no, wait. It was people who ate jelly and cream cheese. What? People who ate jelly and cream cheese. I don't get that. Is that something you put together? Like you're American, right? And in America, it's quite a famous thing. They have peanut butter and jelly. And as an Englishman, that sounds absolutely fucking disgusting. Then you learn what they mean by jelly is what we call jam. And you go, oh, okay. Well, that kind of turns it on its head. Jam is very different from jelly. Jelly's that kind of wobbly, it's the wobbly stuff. A very different consistency to jam, be it strawberry jam or blackcurrant jam or whatever. And I could see that working with peanut butter. Peanut butter works with a surprising amount of things. I once had one of my favorite simple meals in the world is 2 slices of toast, 2 fried eggs, big slice of cheese. It's so simple and it's so nice. Once I put peanut butter on the top layer of toast, just over the cheese, just before the eggs. No one would do that. That's maverick talk. That's wild man kind of ish. But you know what? It was fucking good. It was bloody good, and I'd do it again. Yeah, that's what it was. That is what it is. It is what it is. Procter and Gamble killing us slowly. Yeah, I guess. Aren't there a lot of corporations with a vested interest in killing us slowly? Not to be to be ignorant, to be honest. I don't fully understand what are Procter and Gamble in control of exactly? Which corporations? Which subsidiary companies? I've heard it before and I've forgotten. So I'm currently unaware. Like, is it food and drink? Is it drugs and pharmaceuticals? Procter and Gamble? I don't remember, but there are many, many, many corporations with a vested interest in reducing the human population, right? Particularly the classically more competent area of the human population, the Western world, right? Particularly the males. Those which are most likely to rebel against and overthrow governments are the highest on the kill list for those wanting to depopulate the world to save the planet, funnily enough. Oh, yeah. Oh, the planet's got a real issue with human beings, right? Every time they exhale, what does it do? Produce carbon fucking monoxide or dioxide, whatever it is, which feeds the plants and the trees and the grass, which take that in, that carbon, transform it into oxygen, and provide us back with what we need, a perfect symbiotic relationship between humanity and the trees and the grass and the leaves, right? Well, nature, as if human beings are suddenly not nature anymore because what? We've got jumpers and surnames and fucking trainers on and shit. Of course we're nature. We're created in the image of God. I had a girlfriend once who told me, well, I think a few of them have come up with this. I don't think humans are supposed to be on Earth. I don't think we belong here. We're destroying nature. You idiot. We are nature. Without us exhaling all fucking day long, there would be no nature in terms of what you think of grass and trees and leaves and flowers and shit. And without them, we wouldn't be here. It's a perfect yin yang. It's like hot and cold, up and down, light and dark, male and female, strong and weak. We need one another. It's all part of the same shit. What do you say here? Toxic shock syndrome and fluoride. I certainly know all about fluoride. I don't know what toxic shock syndrome is. I've never heard that phrase, I'm afraid. Sorry. Fluoride, oh, believe me. Even any honest dentist will tell you that fluoride is not a good idea. Although it is included in like almost every toothpaste and every mouthwash. There exists a condition known as is it fluorosis of the enamel or fluorosis of the tooth? I'm not sure exactly how it's worded, but the point being is that sodium fluoride is destroying your teeth, as well as destroying your nervous system and your mental faculties and all the rest. You can get toothpaste and mouthwash without fluoride. Everybody must know that and must invest, because what the hell are you doing otherwise? But even honest dentists are fully aware that fluoride is bad for the teeth. Fluorosis of the enamel or the tooth, however it's worded. Look it up. My last dentist that I saw was a very honest man, and he told me that. You know, they get sponsored in the same way doctors do. They get commission for pushing certain drugs and certain things and chemicals, because that's the way the system works. But every now and again, you're going to come across an honest one who'll tell you the truth. Sodium fluoride is poison to human beings. Literally poison. There's no benefit. And people will say to me the same about alcohol. Well, you can complain about fluoride, but you're drinking alcohol. True. There are no medical benefits to alcohol at all that I'm aware of. I certainly don't promote it. I don't encourage it. In an ideal world, I probably wouldn't drink at all. And that's kind of ultimately what I'm still aiming at. But, you know, I'm flawed and I'm struggling. But at the same time, you can't say you get nothing positive out of alcohol. It does lubricate the tongue, not physically, but, you know, metaphorically. Helps you just sort of, you know, socially engage a bit more, become a bit more loosey, loosey-goosey, fruity, juicy, tooty, loosey, fruit, you know, whatever. In the long run, these things probably aren't benefits, but it can certainly help us in the short run. A few more comments here. Bro said tampons. Oh! Andrew Dice Clay over here. Oh! He thought he was gonna talk for a year and shit. He said, hey, bitch, where you got those tampons? She said, it's because I'm on my period. Ow! Andrew Dice Clay. Little Miss Muffin sat on a tuffet, eating a curds and whey. Along came a spider. He sat down beside her. He said, hey, bitch, you're gay. Ow! Andrew Dice Clay over here. Get the fuck out, fluoride protest song. It's past your bedtime. You fucking telling me, dude. I don't know. I can't see the time right now, but it's way past my bedtime. Aren't you like 4? Actually, I'm 3.5. So, come on. Show some respect over here. Controls impersonate other YouTubers. Who can I do other YouTubers? I've conceptually thought of doing Jaren. You know Jarenism. I've never done it ever on video before, but I'll give you a quick version of what's in my head right now. He's like, what's Jaren like? So, quite honestly, frankly, we can see if we look at the studies just done by other YouTubers, okay? And I mean, well, that could be something to be determined, okay? Well, you never know. A lot of people say, they'll say, it's not good at all. I'm blurring it with Trump. A lot of people are saying, okay. Most of my impressions, I do these sort of, because I've done Trump so fucking much, they all sort of they tend to sort of center around that kind of shit. Everybody knows it. But Jaren, slightly, a little bit of Kermitness going on, okay? Kind of like, you might say, Jordan Beats, all right? He speaks quickly, concisely, in kind of short kind of words, and, well, maybe we'll find out. Maybe we will. Fuck that, Jaren. Other YouTubers, like who else? How about Russian vids? Oh fuck! I used to do a good Russian vids, but I've not done it for so many years. Give me a complete break. Fuck it. I'm not really in an impression mode. I'll give you a quick JFK. Because it's always fun to do. We will put man on the moon before the end of the decade. Not because it is easy, but because it is hard. Barack Obama. Michael and I went to the moon. Yes. Okay. We went to the moon and we plan to be returning to the moon. Oh my god. I sound like fucking some Simpsons character or something. No, it's just, look, it's not happening. Shut down the impressions. Tooth, moon, and moon. Okay. I might have to go for that poo, Ooh, people are just commenting emojis at me now. I don't know. Is that a pregnant man emoji? Are you trying to say I'm fat? I'm not fat, nigga. I'm bloated. All right? I got big, but no, I haven't got big bones. I've got a typical skeleton. But look at this shit. Imagine that was your son. Imagine that was your dad. Imagine that was your fucking... Look at that. My back curves in like a lady's back. And my belly curves out like a fucking old fella's belly. It's like there's some symmetry going on here. And it's probably not the healthiest. What the? It's more preg. And then you give me the pregnant man emoji, followed by the special star effects. Well, I appreciate that. When it comes to pregnant men, I like to consider myself one of those special ones. When's your due date? Well, hopefully in the next couple of weeks, because if this shit gets any bigger, it's going to be truly concerning. System of Control says, you want to see something really scary? My answer to that is no. Rain says, watch your face. It's the expressive part of my head. Like this, if you look at the back of my head, you don't know what it's fucking saying, right? But if you look at the front of my head, it says words. These eyebrows are very expressive. It's the expressive part of my head. I was responding to the other person. Oh, fair enough. Okay, sorry, I don't know what's going on there. System of Control says, you look about 33. I'll take that. Someone else says, he's 72. Oh! Andrew Dice Clay. He came out here. He thought they had no clue. He said, hey, bitch, what's your age? They said, hey, 72. Oh! You old fart. He looks 2,763. Fuck me. I knocked on the door. I said, hey, bitch, it's me. She said, how old are you? I said, 2,763. Oh! In dog years. In dog years, I'll pick up a flap and shout in your fucking dog's ear. How about that? Oh! I don't even know. Whoa! I've spilled my fucking Jesus. Spilled Coca-Cola everywhere. Look, I'm going to go for a really quick piss. Give me shit. Keep talking to me. Give me some. Come on. Give me some. I'll be back in 1 minute. No! See? Man, see? I don't fuck about. People always say, like, I go for a piss, I come back like in like 15 seconds. People are like, fucking hell, you're quick. I don't fuck about. I get it takes people longer to have a shit if you know, people get constipated and stuff, but no one's piss-tipated. You can piss in seconds. Stop fucking about. What have we got here? Oh, geez. Woof woof. Pregnant man, the world. Helicopters, emojis, fire emojis. Do poor jokes with clay voice, maybe. Make fun of the poor and talk about joining the masses. What? Are you gay? Is one question, I think. Why are you gay? Who is gay? I'm not gay. I'm not gay. Do poor... When you say poor jokes, do you mean like awful jokes? Or do you mean jokes about the poor people? The people that come out here, they ain't got any fucking money. Oh! I don't know if I can make fun of poor people because I kind of am one. I'm not poor. It depends. It's all relative, right? I'm very well off compared to the vast majority of human history. Just because there are many, many people around today who are way better off than me, I wouldn't call that poor. You know, on aggregate of the entirety of human history, I'm rich. I'm the luckiest man alive, goddammit. Wash your bum. What the? You assuming I don't? You assuming that needs to be said? Like I've got any kind of filth coming in and out of my bum. Well, out. Certainly, filth does come out of my bum, but it's a one-way street down there. Believe me, that I can tell you. It's a one-way ticket for a shit, okay? No plungers. No plungers in my asshole. Quite frankly, that I can tell you. In a smooth way. Yeah. You know what? I was halfway through watching this debate. So it goes, you look easy to draw. I like that. That's a nice thought. I've only been drawn a couple of times. Oh, that's an insult. Yeah, that's fine. I'd like to think I've got some distinguishing characteristics. I don't think I do, but I'd like to think I do. I don't look like anybody. There are no lookalikes. Like, if you were to look at my face and say, like, all right, name someone that looks like me, that you think, oh, you look just like so and so, and you'll struggle to. I think so. I don't know. I've got a unique face. That's not a good. I'm not. Whatever. That's not a plus or a negative. It's just one of those things, isn't it? Draw me though. Draw me, my N-word. What? This person says, "Why are you British? Why are you British? Why should somebody be British? Why am I British? I don't know. Roll the dice. God rolled the dice, and he decided to make me British. I'm quite good at the accent. You've probably noticed. I've got that down pat. So someone says, "Why did you pick that channel name? What unfair funfair?" Well, I had a song called Vitamin D. I still do have a song called Vitamin D, and there was a lyric in it. It says, "Life's an unfair funfair. Pull up in my underwear. Slay anyone who dare say I need to cut my hair. I got a suffragette gushing over the stuff I said. I'm in your mother's bed reading books and receiving head. See no reason to be depressed. I'm in the fucking lead. It's a rap, right? I can't remember it all. But it describes life as an unfair funfair. Pull up in my for some reason, it was just that phrase was bouncing around my head when I went to make this YouTube channel. I've had about 7 or 8 other YouTube channels prior to this that were all deleted for violating various terms of service, primarily during the COVID era, but even before that. But yeah, unfair funfair. I don't know, it rhymes. It's catchy, it's cool, and it's reminiscent of the world we live in, right? Life isn't unfair, funfair. So, I don't know. I thought it'd be an appropriate name. And here's what it is. Hey, I might bounce because it's not getting any earlier, and I'm gonna have to get some food. And like I said to you, and I apologize very slightly. I came unprepared. I said that in the beginning. I've got no show prep, no notes or nothing in particular to talk about. So thank you for bearing with me and for keeping me company for this last few minutes. I do appreciate it. It's been fun. I'll go live hopefully later this week at some point with some fucking bullet points, some notes, some shit to actually fucking get into, to get my teeth into. We'll have more of a discussion then. But yeah, thanks for being there because I mean, imagine being the only person on Earth. That's something I've wondered about a lot. I mean, I have a little bit of a sexual fantasy about moving to China and all the Chinese men are dead, and I'm the only man in China. Woo! That could be interesting. Even in the world, you know, the last man on Earth kind of thing. If I was the only man on Earth, I would be in such high demand. It would be unreal. But then again, the idea that feminism and society in large typically puts all the blame on men, it would be all the blame on me as an individual, and I don't think I could handle that level of blame for fucking everything. Jesus. Um, but if I was, at least there are women around, right? At least there's people to talk to. There's people to fucking, you know, play with. If I was the last person on Earth, oh God. I know some people like to just be fucking little Dr. Doolittles and walk around talking to the raccoons and the fucking squirrels and shit, but look, I love animals, but to a degree, right? You can't communicate with them. Certainly not in my favorite way, which is verbally, you know. So it'd be hell. So thanks for joining me, and thanks for being here. What we comments here? Why China though? Any country? And you use China? Yeah, I like Chinese ladies. Sorry. Flat Earth on the ballot. Claim pops up in US politics. Flat Earth is going to be on the ballot. What the hell does that even mean? How can you vote Flat Earth to be a fucking... What does that even mean? People involved in politics in Alabama, Georgia, and Minnesota have attracted attention for their links to the Flat Earth movement. Oh, you know, well, good luck with that. Life's an unfair fun fair, but it's still a fun fair. So that's going to be exciting to see how that plays out. Enjoyed this brain rot. Likewise, thanks for helping aid it. It's so skibbity that I can tell you. Okay? Until next time, skibbity bee, skibbity boo. Oh! Adios. Take care, everybody. You know I love you. Don't do anything I would. Look after yourselves. Bye-bye. Talk soon. Hello. Look at my quadruple chin. That better be real. Look at that shit. Wait. Hello. Are we live? We better be live. I'm coming to you for the duration of a cigarette as I'm on a little break. My Japanese friend is chilling out, So I've got, 10 minutes or so. So I thought I'd come to you like a wanker, right? Imagine, no, don't imagine. Do not imagine. That's a horrible thought. I've just put on your head there, for no particular reason. But hello. For the duration of a cigarette, we're going to have a wee chat, right? Oh dear, give me a sec. And they're off. Andrew Dice Clay. Oh! I'm in a good mood. I don't know what to tell you. Got me a Japanese lady. I don't know if she likes me or not, but I like her. So, things are on the up. It's a beautiful sunny day. The city I am in is quite fucking nice, I must be honest. Yeah, it's... physically, it's a mess, but socially, it's fucking lovely. If you were to ask me today, how do you feel on a scale of 1 to 10, I might say... Oh! Right? Feeling good. I've got, what is it? It's only mid-afternoon. Just a little concerned because tomorrow I've got 3 quite crucial appointments. Well, 2 are crucial, one's just whatever. But that's tomorrow. So I want to make sure I'm in good time. And I am in good time. I'm in great time. What's on your brains this morning, folks? What's on your brain? Oh, little dog. I love dogs. I feel like, I don't feel like, but I'm reminded of, do you remember that time Trump was on the campaign trail in 2015? I think it was 2015. And some baby in the audience, some idiot brought the baby to a fucking Trump rally. And the baby was, wah, wah, wah. Right. And Trump, being the future president, said exactly the right thing. He said, don't mind that baby crying. We love babies. What a baby. What a beautiful baby. It's a beautiful noise that we can listen to, okay? Meanwhile, he's super pissed off, thinking, this fucker's ruining my speech. Wah, wah. But yeah, that happened. Anyway, it's a nice day. I'm probably going to have an early night tonight. I say that every night. But hey, hear me out. This time it's for real, because I've got 2 crucial things to do tomorrow morning. So I can't be staying up past midnight. That I can tell you. In a huge way. So it's really going to be an early one. Oh shit, have I missed my turn? No, I haven't. What's going on? Good morning. Say something. Someone comment. Say fucking something. I feel almost as sad as this live stream objectively is. Nah. I don't think I have the capacity to feel that sad anymore, if you must know. I'm reminded of the saying, that which doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Well, liver damage will ultimately kill you. A lot of things that can damage you won't necessarily make you stronger. But socially speaking, your armor builds up. You become more bulletproof the more shit you go through, socially speaking. I mean, most people, if not all people, spend their lives tiptoeing around on eggshells, desperate to not be, called the R word, racist, or the N word, God forbid, nigger, Nazi, or whatever it might be. Please don't think I'm a bad person. That's most people's sort of day to day, and I get it. It was mine from about. I started giving a shit when I was about 12, and that lasted till I was about 25. Late 20s, it was impossible for me to give a shit, and here I am, 35, coming at ya. So, here's what it is. Fuck knows. I might even delete this one because it's not very funny, is it? We've got these all over the street. I don't know if you saw that. It's a message to the dog walkers. Just saying, quite simply, quite fairly, pick up your dog's shit. Pick up your shit. Pick up your own shit. Don't leave shit lying around in the street. We're not in Qatar right now. We're not in Qatar, however you say it. Right? We're not in Pakistan. We don't want shit all the way down the fucking road. Whether it's yours, dogs, cats, neighbours, sons, daughters, fucking aunties, mother-in-laws. Pick it up! Pick it up. It's only fair. How would you feel if you stepped in my shit? Probably not fantastic. Oh shit, I'm crossing a I made it. I made it. I'm telling the tale. Well, I've been me, you've been you. That's been a cigarette. I think we're almost done. I don't know. I'm literally talking to myself, which I do 25 hours a day. So it's nothing new, is it? This is just a version of me doing it with the phone on, I guess, publicly. I don't know. Well, yeah. Shit. Oh no. Try to find a lighter that works. That would be helpful. Yeah. Bear with me. I mean, come on. What else are you doing? The very fact that you're watching this says to me, proves to me that you're not that busy. If you had pressing issues, if you had shit to be doing, you'd be doing them. But if you start watching this at this point, then, well, what can I tell you? Nothing that I haven't already told you. Jesus. Right, bear with me. Fuck. Stand by a man. There we go. And they're off. And we're in. Right. Sorry about that. What an excruciating watch. Speaking of excruciating watch, I remember being, when I was about 11, I had this watch, wristwatch, that my dad bought me. And I put it on my wrist, right? And I was wearing it for years, quite proud of it, thinking it looked sick and that. And I didn't realize I was on the verge of puberty, so I was about to fucking grow and get bigger and fatter. Anyway, I did. And this watch, the latch had kind of fastened itself, almost like glued itself. I couldn't get it off. That was literally an excruciating watch. That had to be, I think my stepdad came out with some screwdrivers. We undid the fella and took it off because, I don't know, it was one of those, you know, when you're walking down the street in Tenerife and they go, hey, Rolex, only £5 Rolex. It was one of those watches. So, yeah. That was painful. Not nearly as painful as the circumcision, which wasn't voluntary. I'm not Jewish. Nothing against Jewish people. I'm just saying, my circumcision was medically necessary. Why am I fucking... What is this, a Tinder profile fucking PS? By the way, it's none of your business, right? I don't know. I brought it up. System of Control says, tacos! You know what? I must be culturally ignorant. But, you know, I'm honest. I've never, ever eaten a taco. I don't know if they're good. I don't know if they're shit. I've never eaten a taco. I hear good things. Usually from bad people, so I don't know. We've got a Taco Bell. I know that doesn't count, but there is a Taco Bell not far from where I am. But I just never fancied it. Why buy a taco when you can have a burger? Burger. cheeseburger. Throw away the bread. Fuck off the bun. You're left with a nice beef, a juicy beef patty, slice of cheese, and if you're lucky, you know, a bit of lettuce and cucumbers on there. Woo! Who needs a taco? Who needs a fucking taco? Taco, Tallywacker. My favorite, my all-time favorite euphemism for penis is Tallywacker. I'm pretty sure that's an English phrase. It sounds very English. There are no nice ones for vagina. I'm a fan of the vajayjay. Do not get me wrong. But every single slang word, every single euphemism for that part of the female anatomy is disgusting. Cunt, clunge, flange, even pussy. I mean, pussy is probably the nicest out of the bunch, but I mean, what are we left with? Flange, gash. Oh, rat. Have you ever heard that one? Get your rat out. Rat. Oh my god. Clunge, flange. They all sound like get your own back type goo. It's not good. River. Someone comments. River? Is that a slang term for pussy? I've never heard that one. What's that song by The Family? Written by Prince. How long I cry till the river run dry, till the river run dry. How long I cry till the river run dry, till the river run dry. Is that just Prince waiting for his girlfriend to come off a period? Till the river run dry. I don't know. That gave me a potential new perspective on that song. It's a good song. But I don't think he was using river in reference to the clunge per se. I don't know. Who am I? Maybe he was. Right. I'm going to have to get the fuck out of here because my neighbour owes me 25 quid and I can hear his music up there, so I know he's in. So now it's probably a good time to pounce and, yeah, get my money. Bitch better have my money. No, he's a good guy. We get along. He's a good guy. And he will have my money. I've lent him many times, and he's always paid me back promptly. And likewise, I've borrowed off him here and there, once or twice. And, you know, we have a great relationship. We have a fantastic relationship, that I can tell you. We get along like what they call a house on fire, quite frankly. No, he's all right. But I do need this money. Comment here says, no water lucky, got gallons in jars. Hot tank fell through the floor on Friday. Water tank fell through the floor on Friday. Jesus Christ. Are you out of water, dude? Are you actually out of water? Where do you live? Shit. That's one of those things you take for granted. Like, I remember when I was aware the apocalypse was incoming, and I still am very aware. I was a little premature. I had like one of those JD sports bags, and I filled it with tinned food, salmon, honey, tuna, beans, carrots, and I would buy tins that had the furthest away sell-by date possible. And then every sort of 6 months, I would eat the ones that were going out of date and then refill the bag with ones that would last longer. Why? Because I was paranoid. Why else? Because I'm smart. But water never really occurred to me. And that's the most basic, right? They say, what is it? On average, you'll die in 3 minutes without oxygen. 3 days without water, 3 weeks without food. Now, the oxygen and the water, I can actually believe and get behind. I don't believe you can last more than 3 minutes without oxygen. 3 days without water, that seems very extreme as someone who drinks a lot of water. But 3 weeks without food, I think you can do that. The longest I've ever fasted, personally, was about 3 days. But I hear people that do it for over a month. I'm not recommending it, you know. Always consult your medical professional before taking the medical advice of this stupid arsehole. But I'm just saying, it's been done. So what's this guy saying? Caveman fan says, had 18 gallons of non-fluoride in jugs and drinking water. Ren glass carboys. Able to wash and shave with a little more than a half gallon. All right, well, fucking good for you. How did you get non-fluoride water? Did you filter it yourself, or did you source it from somewhere that wasn't already tainted? He says, Caveman says, need a bath today after making a YouTube video. There goes another half gallon. Fuck you know. Shit. Well, I'm sorry I made you feel so dirty. I was only implying those things about the Japanese friend of mine. Oh, no, she's lovely. How do you have a bath in half a gallon of water? Isn't it like 4 pints? Right? A gallon is 8 pints, if I'm not mistaken. So you're going to take a bath in 4 pints? Good luck with that, dude. Caveman says, I'd go to the spring and bottle it there. Oh, you bottle your own water at the spring? Well, fucking get you. Fair enough, bro. Hey, I can't knock that. Not for a second. Well done. I wish I was that resourceful. Or at least had a, you know, I don't know. That sounds like a nice thing that I'd like my wife to do, you know. I can imagine coming home one day and my wife's like, I've got something to show you. I'm like, what? And she pulls me in the front room and this is like massive jugs. I'm not talking tits. Literal jugs of water all filled up. I'm like, where'd you get this? She's like, well, I went down to the stream and I filled it with water because I thought you'd like water without fluoride. And I just thought it'd be nice to get lots and lots of water, fluoride free. And then I'd scoop her up, give her a big kiss, throw her on the bed, and have my wicked way. One can dream. Anyway, I was only here for a fucking cigarette. This has gone a bit long. I'm gonna have to get reimbursed up there. Fucking grime artist. I've told you about this fella. He plays his music like all day and all night. That's not the most annoying part. The most annoying part is when he leaves the fucking house and his fucking music's still going. He'll go out for 2 hours, 3 hours at a time, and his music's still up there, blaring away. And he gets back, and I'm saying, hey, pal, I said, where have you been? He goes, oh, just see my mate. I said, well, come on, man. Do you have to leave your music on? Can you not turn it down or, you know, off? You know what I mean? When you're outside, you're not even there to hear it. Jesus. Fucking hell. And he's got a dog up there as well. Little Rover. Who calls their dog Rover? I know, right? That guy. So Rover's sat in there listening to all this fucking too many man. It's not on. It's not on at all. Enjoy your Sunday. Stay away from my Japanese girl. You know I love you. Well, sometimes we do jokes, but not always. And, you know, take care of yourself. Don't do anything I would. I forgot what I was going to say. All right, bye.